coming from Israel, Meir had a national and a worldwide presence. And he would travel. He gave lectures all around the world.
He was an unusual and terrific physician in that he was a great doctor. His patients loved him. He was an active and creative researcher. He was a wonderful teacher.
So he was a leader both personally, professionally, in the Institute at a sort of an executive level, as well as throughout the leukemia research world.
Meir's contributions have improved significantly our knowledge of leukemia care across several leukemia categories, and there's no doubt that his research and discoveries have had an impact on the change in the standard of care.
Dr. Wetzler got involved with our organization on two sides, the mission side and the fundraising side, almost 20 years ago. He served on our patient services committee, so he helped lend his expertise and guidance to the committee as we formulated educational programs for our patients and their families.
Dr. Wetzler did all these things and then served on all these committees, ran marathons, did the Ironman, and so he did a lot of different things.
He did do everything. I didn't see him playing in a rock and roll band, but it wouldn't surprise me if that would be something he also did on the side.
When I think of Dr. Wetzler, I think of him loving his patients, his team, and research. He believed in that.
He cared about Roswell Park and all cancer patients. He was very much committed to the Institute being the best that it can be and working for everybody.
Dr. Wetzler was always a very compassionate man. He would do whatever he could to treat them.
He wanted to be as fit as possible so he could work as hard as much as possible.
He was relentless and he lived that. That word was his word.
He leaves no stone unturned for any patient. He will keep fighting, looking, digging, trying. He will exhaust every avenue for the patients here.
He was always on the cutting edge. He had to have every new study that was out there, and he wanted every patient enrolled.
If a treatment didn't work, we tweaked it. We added something to it. I mean, it just wasn't, okay, it doesn't work, let's go on to something else. No, it was like, okay, let's try this, let's try that. The man knew what to do for me.
Yeah, I don't think I would be here without him. I was complicated because I had not only the leukemia, but I presented with a second primary cancer at the same time, and my ankle was broken in a couple of places. So I presented it in a pretty complicated way, and he sorted through it all and got me to where I am today.
I am now, finally after 16 years, in total molecular remission. And we worked for 16 years to get me here. Dr. Wetzler got me there finally after all these years of us fighting. It was amazing, and no, I do not believe I would be here today if it wasn't for Dr. Wetzler.
Well, fortunately, he had a great wife, and that makes a big difference. Hannah made a huge difference in his life in that she ran the house at home. And they have 4 kids, and Meir was heavily involved in their lives. I think his wife helped orchestrate everything. It allowed him time at work so that he could do the things that he loved doing, but he spent a lot of time, I know, with his family.
Thank you to Hannah for being there for him and taking and creating that environment where he could give his gifts to all of us so that people like me are alive today.
You know, he actually, I think, thought of us as a family. And
He is the family. He's like the great uncle. He is like the great dad.
We're really a Roswell Park family, so we really do get to interact with everyone.
He didn't play favorites. He cared about everybody equally. And he just had a lot of passion for what he did, but a lot of passion for his team to perform and be the best the same way he was.
I was a part of his family, and it's very rare in a hospital setting to be a part of not just a team, but a family. And that's what we are, and that's what he made us.
Dr. Wetzler actually was involved in many components as a volunteer for our organization in the fundraising arena, but probably the goofiest and the most fun and the one he's probably most well known for is his role as a gelatin splasher.
The Jello splash was his big thing. He found that to be a fantastic release.
He always spearheaded the Roswell team. They always wore different costumes.
From Disney cartoons to Disney movies.
The Mad Hatter, Alice in Wonderland, Superman. My personal favorite was Gilligan from Gilligan's Island.
He decided we needed to do kinky boots. Nobody wanted to do kinky boots because nobody wanted to wear those red boots, but he was insistent. It was a great idea.
The team had done it every year, and he always kind of asked me to, and I was embarrassed. I'm not one to be on the stage.
We did it, and he was so excited when he got his heels. They were Fergie, Fergalicious, and he was, they're Fergalicious. He was excited, and they were 3-inchers.
They convinced me to do it, and it was so fun. We laughed so much. He was so passionate about the dance routine. We would do meetings and choreograph and practice our moves and talk about our costumes. And
like you'd get called in on a Sunday for a new look, and he'd be practicing, walking up and down in his 3-inch heels. So that was kind of amusing.
Dr. Wetzler was just so interested and involved in it and really wanted to make it great.
Dr. Wetzler was a driven and focused and consummate clinical investigator and patient care provider.
He was one of the greatest human beings, and I, for one, will miss him dearly.
He contributed a lot to the care of leukemia patients nationally and internationally.
He was an amazing boss. He just wanted everyone to live to their fullest potential. That's just the kind of man he was.
He was a driven, passionate individual about all aspects of his life.
Omnipotent in the fact that he gave his all, always.
Brilliant, compassionate, quiet, but funny. He was everything rolled into one.
Dr. Wetzler was everything.
Gosh, he was so much more than just a boss. He was just such a friend.
Wonderful. He really was.
Dr. Wetzler was a genius. He had a mind that I don't think the man ever slept. I really don't sometimes.
He was very nice. When I think of our service, I think of him,
Exceptional. I thought he was exceptional.
Dr. Wetzler was a great human being.
I think he was irreplaceable. Not many people like that come around often.
I'll ride with the horses, I'll swim through the sea, I'll climb to the mountain tops, won't you come follow me? I'll take time to notice all that I see, and after I've come so far, you know where I'll be. I'll fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home. I'll fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away home.
I would say you have left behind a huge legacy, and you are so missed. We will follow in your footsteps for many, many years.
That I miss my friend, and that I love him I love him.
I knew you'd be back. You'll always be here. You can never leave here.
I just say I'd want him to come back. I miss him so much.
I guess I never let him know how much I appreciated working for him.
And I wished I would have told him that he was everything. He meant everything to us, to our service.
Thank you, Meir, for being here, for all that you do.
I want to say come back. We missed you. We really missed you.
I would tell him how much I appreciated him.
I would say that he has no idea
how much less we are without him, and how lost we all feel without him.
I would say what I said all the time to him, that I don't think you truly understand how unique and wonderful you are. Because I don't think he did.